Welcome back to the latest update from Cowboys Nation. Today, we've got some significant injury news to unpack, starting with a major setback involving Robert Jones. It's a development that caught many by surprise, as it was just revealed that Jones suffered a broken bone in his neck during practice on Sunday. This injury is serious enough to sideline him for at least 2 to 3 months, which means he'll likely miss a significant chunk of the upcoming season. The timing couldn't be worse for the Cowboys, especially considering how much they had invested in Jones during the offseason. He was expected to be the top backup guard, a key piece in their offensive line depth. So losing him right as the season approaches is a tough blow. Jones had been working closely with the starting unit in camp and even took some snaps with the first team during practice, although Tyler Booker remained the primary right guard for the starters. While some might interpret Jones's brief involvement with the starting group as a sign he was challenging for the spot, it's clear Booker was always going to be the main guy there. Still, Jones's absence leaves a noticeable hole, especially given the financial commitment the team made to him as one of their more high-profile free agent additions this offseason. His injury not only affects the lineup but also creates a roster spot when he moves to injured reserve, which might allow the team to bring in another offensive lineman to shore up depth. Despite this setback, the Cowboys' offensive line remains relatively stable at the top. The starting 5 are expected to stay consistent, with Tyler Gayton, Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Booker, and the others holding their positions. The backup situation, however, will need to be addressed quickly. Brock Hoffman continues to be the main swing player on the interior line, and other backups like TJ Bass and Sadiq Charles are waiting in the wings, ready to step up if called upon. The team also has some intriguing prospects like Nathan Thomas, Austin Richards, and Hakeem Adeniji, who have been rotating in during camp and could see more action given the current injuries. While the loss of Jones stings, the Cowboys are fortunate to have one of the deepest offensive line groups in football, which should help cushion the blow. Turning now to some positive news. Terrence Steele, who had been sidelined with what was initially thought to be a high ankle sprain, returned to practice on Sunday. This is a great sign because Steele plays a crucial role as the right tackle, a position the Cowboys have invested heavily in both draft capital and trust. The offensive line and the entire offense rely on him stepping up and delivering at a high level, so seeing him back on the field even in a limited capacity gives fans hope. His gradual return suggests the coaching staff is being cautious, easing him back into full action to avoid any setbacks. Steele's health and availability could very well be a determining factor in how effective this offensive line becomes during the season. Another player dealing with injury concerns is Brevin Spanford, who reportedly suffered an ankle injury. Thankfully, reports suggest it's not serious, and he is expected to miss only a few days. Spanford has been battling for a spot on the roster, competing with players like Luke Schoonmaker for the tight end role, while Jake Ferguson is firmly established as the primary tight end. Spanford's ability to step up as a reliable backup or contribute in specific packages could be valuable. His injury, while unfortunate, doesn't appear to be a major concern, and it will be interesting to see how he bounces back and whether he can continue to impress coaches during the preseason. Deuce Vaughn's situation is a bit more complicated. After showing promise in the early, non-padded practices, Vaughn tweaked his hamstring once the pads came on, forcing him to miss some time. This setback is particularly tough because Vaughn's playing style seems well suited to the Cowboys' offensive scheme, especially when the pads are off and contact is limited. His injury slows his momentum as he fights to secure a spot on the roster. And with players like Jaden Zeese and Phil Maffa ready to take advantage of any opportunity, Vaughn will need to recover quickly and be at full strength to keep his chances alive. The competition at running back is fierce, and every missed day can impact his prospects. Paris Campbell is another player dealing with a lower body injury, though fortunately, it does not seem to be serious. The details are a bit unclear, but it looks like a knee tweak or something similar that will keep him out for a few days. Campbell's path to making the final roster was never a guarantee, especially after the team acquired George Pickens. But he remains a valuable depth option and could play a role on special teams or in certain offensive packages if healthy. The hope is that Campbell recovers quickly and can participate fully in the preseason, which would give coaches a better sense of his abilities and potential contributions. Finally, Wayne Thomas also missed practice due to a lower body issue. The exact nature of his injury isn't clear, but it's likely something minor like a hamstring or groin strain. Thomas is an intriguing player with the potential to carve out a niche role in hybrid nickel packages or other defensive sub-packages. Seeing him back on the field soon will be important for the Cowboys. As they look to build a deep and versatile roster, his absence is a small but notable concern, and fans will be watching closely to see how quickly he can return. To summarize, Robert Jones' injury is the biggest headline, sidelining him for 2 to 3 months with a broken bone in his neck, and likely landing him on injured reserve to start the season. Terrence Steele's return to practice after missing time with what was initially thought to be a high ankle sprain is encouraging news, as is the relatively minor nature of Brevin Spanford's ankle injury. Deuce Vaughn's hamstring tweak is a setback, especially given his uphill battle to make the roster, while Paris Campbell and Wayne Thomas deal with lower body issues that should hopefully keep them out only briefly. The Cowboys will need to navigate these injuries carefully as they continue preparing for the season, making adjustments where necessary to maintain depth and competitiveness on both sides of the ball. This period of camp is always crucial for teams to establish their depth and identify who can step up when injuries inevitably happen. The Cowboys' ability to absorb these setbacks without a major drop-off will be a big factor in how the season unfolds, especially given the importance of a strong offensive line and the need for versatile backups at key skill positions. We'll keep a close eye on how these players progress in the coming weeks and provide updates as more information becomes available. Continuing the deep dive into the Cowboys' current situation, the injury to Robert Jones has certainly sent ripples through the team's preparations, but it's important to recognize that while his absence creates a challenge, it also opens opportunities for others to step into the spotlight. Tyler Booker, who has been the primary right guard, will now shoulder even more responsibility. Although Booker was expected to start from the beginning, Jones's injury means Booker's role is cemented and he'll need to maintain a high level of play throughout the season. For a team that prioritizes a strong offensive line to protect the quarterback and establish the run game, having Booker perform consistently is critical. Behind the starters, the depth chart will undergo some shuffling. Brock Hoffman remains the main backup on the interior line and is viewed as a reliable option should injuries arise. Then there's TJ Bass and Sadiq Charles, both of whom have shown flashes of potential and are eager to claim a more significant role. Nathan Thomas has also gained some reps at left tackle during camp, while Austin Richards has rotated in to provide additional offensive line depth. Hakeem Adeniji has experience at right tackle and could become a vital piece if needed. The Cowboys boast more depth along the line than roster spots, a luxury few teams possess. This depth could be the difference between enduring a challenging injury and successfully navigating it without a dip in performance. Shifting focus to the wider scope of injuries around the roster, Terrence Steele's return to practice marks a positive step for the Cowboys' offensive line. Known for his physicality and technique, Steele's presence as the right tackle has been highly anticipated, given the team's heavy investment in him through the draft. Offensive lines thrive on cohesion and continuity, so having Steele back, even in a limited role, suggests the coaching staff believes he can gradually regain his form without risking further injury. This cautious approach might mean Steele isn't at full speed immediately, but even partial participation adds depth and confidence to the line. The Cowboys' offense is built on balance and adaptability, and players like Brevin Spanford add crucial versatility. Spanford's ankle injury, though not severe, could momentarily disrupt the competition for tight end spots. The tight end room is a battleground where players like Luke Schoonmaker and Jake Ferguson vie for playing time, with the latter firmly established as the starter. Spanford's ability to contribute in multiple roles makes him valuable, and the team will be monitoring his recovery closely to ensure he can get back to practicing and contributing without lingering effects. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. There's a growing buzz swirling around the NFL as whispers circulate that Derrick Henry, the powerhouse running back known for his punishing runs and unmatched stamina, might be making a surprising move to the Dallas Cowboys. While nothing has been confirmed yet, sources close to the situation suggest that talks could be heating up, sparking excitement and speculation among fans and analysts alike. Henry, often regarded as one of the most dominant backs in recent history, has been a centerpiece for the Tennessee Titans for years, carving out a reputation as a game-changer with his unique blend of size, speed, and agility. His potential arrival in Dallas would mark a seismic shift not only for the Cowboys' offense, but for the entire NFC East landscape. The Cowboys, who have long sought a reliable and explosive ground game to complement their talented quarterback and wide receivers, would seemingly gain an immediate weapon capable of altering their offensive identity. Rumors suggest that the Cowboys might be exploring all options as they seek to bolster their roster for a deep playoff run. Henry's running style, characterized by relentless power running and the ability to break tackles, could perfectly complement Dallas' offensive line, which is known for its physicality and run-blocking prowess. If these whispers prove true, pairing Henry with the Cowboys' high-octane passing attack could give Dallas a more balanced and unpredictable offense, making them a tougher team to defend against. That said, many questions remain unanswered. Would the Titans be willing to part ways with their franchise back? What kind of deal could be on the table? And how would this move fit into Dallas' salary cap strategy? And perhaps most importantly, how would Derrick Henry adapt to a new team environment, scheme, and expectations? While Henry has proven himself a workhorse and a leader, transitions like this are never simple in the high-stakes world of the NFL, adding fuel to the fire. Some insiders hint that Henry's desire for a fresh start or a bigger shot at a championship could be influencing his openness to change. The Cowboys, meanwhile, have demonstrated a willingness to make bold moves in recent years, signaling their intent to build a team capable of contending for the Super Bowl. The idea of Henry donning the star on his helmet is already creating waves on social media and among the NFL community, with fans eagerly debating the impact such a signing could have. Of course, until an official announcement is made, all of this remains in the realm of speculation. But the mere possibility of Derrick Henry heading to Dallas is enough to set tongues wagging and imaginations running wild. For now, the NFL world watches closely, waiting to see if this tantalizing rumor will materialize into one of the biggest moves of the season. If it does, the Cowboys could be about to change the game and the power dynamics of the league in a very big way. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.